But this Tito's bottle sleeve is the best. They're even better. These are leaders. Yeah, this works.
Yeah,
they're even better on fists.
Oh, yeah, they are. Yeah.
Leaders, fists. Those are a step. That's like a pint or something because that's a step up.
Pint.
From airplane bottles. Are we on the video?
Yeah.
All right. If you want to watch the show, you can go to YouTube.
Yeah, we're tight.
YouTube, search Out of Bounds Sports. Out of Bounds Sports. I've got the Tito's bottle.
Nice.
We got the USA Pond tumbler.
Smooth.
Cool hat.
Wow, man, I like the
Kiffin bobblehead doll has not been removed from the set yet. And Tito Santa is out. He'll be out for the next few weeks. Probably leave him out till right after January 1st, because why not?
I mean,
I feel festive. Do you?
Probably go a little longer than that.
I think so. The Out of Bounds show, the SEC Insider hit this morning, is driven by Total Transportation of Mississippi, totalms.com. How does this sound? Nationwide and regional routes for solo and team drivers, weekly pay and monthly bonuses. Total Transportation of Mississippi. Frequent home time, full benefits. Total Transportation of Mississippi. Total Transportation of Mississippi. Paid vacation, competitive pay, all powered by Total Transportation of Mississippi. Apply online today. Nationwide and regional routes for solo and team drivers. This is a great company, great job. TotalMS.com. TotalMS.com. And we're Out of Bounds, ESPN 105.9 The Zone. It's National Lager Day, which is fantastic. And Budweiser and a burger at Martin's in Livingston sounds great. Did I just say that for lunch? I think some people are kind of judgmental on that.
Why?
I don't know. Jeff Jones and I went and had a beer for lunch. Is that bad? Did I turn myself in?
Maybe.
I had Southern beverage. I had a Southern beverage beer at lunch since we love them.
Right.
Okay. By the way, what do you think?
I had me a nice cold Budweiser on Saturday night.
Good for you.
Yeah, man.
Every time I walk in the Briar Patch, Brian goes, ice cold Budweiser?
Always.
Because, it's one of the best burgers in the state of Mississippi at the Briar Patch. It is. What Brian and Mike have done with that burger is ridiculous. Okay? And it just pairs well with and it's National Lager Day.
That might be the best beer burger.
I'm not going to argue.
I'm
going to put another picture up behind me. That Budweiser picture that I had up yesterday.
Oh, it's crisp and clean.
When Jonesy Q and I were doing the interview was just smooth, like Steph Curry when he was in his prime 6 years ago.
Whoa.
With the little step in, step out, step back three, baby, from 28 feet. What?
You have to do him like that.
I like Steph. He's still a nice player. He's a shell of what he was 6 years ago. Is that fair?
Yeah, it's really not unfair.
How old is he? I don't even know.
Ooh,
is he 37?
Is he that old?
God, he's been playing forever.
He is 37?
I don't know. I just.
Oh, yeah, that was good. Great guess, because, yeah.
Okay.
He's got to be 38 in March. Wow.
Yeah, so, he's got another year or so. Most people don't play as long as Chris Paul. We just went totally off the rails. Let's get back into the Tito's bottle sweater and Southern Miss job. And I can't figure out what Ole Miss is doing at their offensive coordinator position, but John David Baker's not going to be the answer. So we'll see how that looks with Pete Golding. But I know y'all are trying to win a bunch of games right now. I'm just talking about next year. You hired John David Baker from East Carolina. He worked for Lane for 3 years, which is fine. But, a lot of people work for Lane or Saban or Urban or Pete Carroll or, Dabo. And that doesn't mean that you're going to go on and have, their level of success.
No. I was looking at the ECU deal. They lost their OC and their DC, but their DC was actually a guy who took over he was initially hired as an outside play caller. I think that may be what we were referring to earlier. An outside play caller. Maybe not an outside play caller, but an outside. You're talking about the game manager.
Oh, yeah. Like Levy needs it. So does Golding.
Yeah.
Now that Lane's gone.
Right.
Yeah, you're going to need a game control, I don't care what you call it, a guy to help Levy and Golding manage the game.
I mean, that's kind of
That's all he does.
yeah. I mean,
You pay him several hundred. I mean, he can do a
Yes.
few other things outside of game day, but on game day and the prep all week, when to punt, when not to punt, when to
Right.
fake a punt, when to go for it on fourth down, where to go for it from. You know, we've driven down the field. We're in the red zone. Should we go ahead and take the points? Kick field goal? Should we go for it? That type stuff.
So I like that.
I did see where Auburn hired Coleman Hutzler.
What?
Hutzler's mom or dad must be super connected in the world of college football.
As the DC?
No, God, no. He's like an edge rusher coach or something,
How about it?
which Mississippi State didn't have any edge rushers, so he didn't believe in that while he was in Starkville. And so now he's evidently going to go to Auburn, and he's going to be a believer in being an edge rusher. He must interview well, or just people. I don't know if he's great at the coaches convention or what. Maybe he is the ultimate barbecue sandwich and beer guy, which is basically what coaches conventions are. And I don't know. He got another good job. It's incredible. So I would think he's a solid assistant at best at the end of the day.
That sounds about right.
But he's just a position coach. He's not a coordinator. Coleman Hutzler is actually going to make six figures again. I wonder if his $1 million buyout at Mississippi State is offset and mitigated by Auburn picking him up.
Ooh, probably. They probably picked that up.
I don't know. We'll have to look at that. Yeah.
Hailing from Middlebury. That's where he
Georgia?
played. Middlebury College. Yeah, that's Georgia. Right? Yeah, I think so.
Okay. So somehow he got on Muschamp's staff.
Vermont. Sorry.
Then Saban's staff, then Levy's staff. Where did he and Levy meet? Central Florida under Heupel.
There.
And then now he's joining Alex Golish's staff, which is really DJ Durkin's defense. I'm pretty sure that Durkin would have autonomy. And when you have a guy as good as Durkin as DC, I would think you can mask Coleman Hutzler's deficiencies.
Surely, right?
Yeah.
Who's 2010? He was at Florida, which would have been that wasn't.
That
Urban.
was
that wasn't Urban.
that was Muschamp.
Muschamp.
No,
Was it Urban?
that could have been Urban's last ride. Mullen beat Urban in 2010 in Gainesville.
Okay.
He did not throw the football with like 11 minutes and 52 seconds in the second quarter till the end of the game.
Right. So he was under.
He
Urban.
ran the zone read with Chris Relf and Vic Ballard
over
and beat Florida.
and over.
And that was the dagger. Urban was done by the end of that year or the next, and then Will Muschamp took over.
Muschamp.
Yeah.
Best coach sitting on the sideline right now.
Oh, wow. How about this? This is from Tiger Fan in Madison. My brother lives in North Baton Rouge. His neighbor, Smoke Show, said she was in yoga class. A man said to her, "You're the most beautiful woman in this room." It was Lane Kiffin, a.k.a. Joey Freshwater.
No way.
My man, exclamation point. That's from Tiger Fan.
All
Madison.
right.
How about that?
Hey, man. Okay, you got to get after it.
Oh, my God. Wow.
Unleash the beast.
Yeah, I mean, he's going to have more hot yoga class options in Baton Rouge than in Oxford.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure they have plenty of hot yoga classes in every college town, but Baton Rouge is bigger. So,
You see, what do you think about Juice?
what happened?
So,
The
allegedly,
fake dog? Mm-hmm.
Lane owns the dog
Okay.
and has owned the dog since day one. He is technically, let me rephrase that. Whoa. He paid for the dog. Now, whether he was the owner or not, the dog stayed out at a kennel or whatever while he was in Oxford for a long time. It was a hunting camp ground. Dogs made
Where
to
they
hunt.
train a kennel.
Dogs made to hunt.
Okay.
So him and
Like to duck hunt, bird hunt, I'm assuming.
yep, and him and Knox went hunting the other day. And Juice was with him.
Really? That sounds very poetic.
I mean,
think we could kind of write a country music. I mean, we could start with some good lyrics here.
So it looks like Juice is real.
That's what the name of the song could be.
Ah,
It looks
nice.
like Juice is real. That's
Real
fantastic.
Juice.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, it's a it was a troll job on Lane a little bit,
Uh,
but the guy that owns the little spot wherever the dog came from, the kennel up there, he was adamant about trying to buy the dog back. Can't buy the dog back. Lane's dog.
really?
So Juice made the move.
Well, no, because Knox is still in Oxford.
For now.
Right.
Right. They were hunting up there.
Okay.
Yeah, they're still in Mississippi.
So we still don't know if Juice is going to.
Oh, that's the point.
Once Knox is finished with his first semester at Oxford, which I guess is in the next week.
Yeah.
Then we'll see if Juice makes the
real
move from Oxford to Baton Rouge. Is that fair?
Yeah, I'd like to get odds on it. I think he's going.
Let's ask our listeners. We need some odds on whether or not Juice Kiffin will be joining Lane and Knox in the crew in Baton Rouge. Yes or no? Or will it be staying in Oxford? So the Golden Moon Casino text line is 601-885-3776.
Hot take.
What? Yeah.
He's going to take Juice with him in spite of all this.
Ooh. Okay.
Well, I can tell you one thing. The Four Roses was gone a long time ago.
What do you think? So you believe that they're going to take Juice Kiffin?
I really
Is that
do.
going to be like another, dagger? What if it's a battle to keep him?
Oh, I mean, maybe.
Golding looks like the ultimate deer.
Yeah.
Like he looks like he's been at deer camp for 6 weeks.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Smashing beers and so on and hunting his tail off.
He looks like he should have a hunting dog for sure.
And a hunting camp.
Yeah, I mean, times 4.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. So they couldn't be more opposite as far as looks, personality, and everything else.
Right.
Yeah.
It's the real tree guy.
Okay.
Real tree, they had.
Could there be a battle?
He wants the dog.
Probably for PR purposes alone to
Not
win that
bad.
battle.
Yeah, no doubt.
To keep Juice in Lafayette County versus him going to Baton Rouge. Okay.
Give him an NIL too. Let's go.
Yeah.
All right, we're here.
Here's what Juice is going to say.
You gonna show me the money.
That's right. Who's going to pay more, Ole Miss or LSU?
Show me the money!
All right, 601-885-3776 is the Golden Moon Casino text line. We've got a text. Juice is going via corporate jet. Got to do the show. Okay. Hey, should we get in the battle? We're halfway in between.
Why wouldn't Juice make
Oxford,
an appearance?
Jackson, Baton Rouge.
Wild Rose Kennels.
We have Wild Rose?
Wild Rose.
Wild Rose Kennels. Okay.
They're making the push to get him back.
Okay. Will says, I don't believe Juice belonged to the Kiffin family.
I do.
I believe Lane made a point to commander this dog just to take to Baton Rouge. Probably donated millions to take him.
No, that I could see that.
Yeah.
That's viable, yeah.
Real C, Juice to Lane. I ain't scooping what you're pooping. Okay. All right. Ernest, they will take a different new dog. And then Joe followed up with what you said. This Real Tree guy offered to buy Juice.
Yeah,
so what's the price? And will it go to LSU's NIL? Not that they need any money.
No. But I mean, also what
are we talking about? 10,000?
I mean, it's a hunting dog already. Like he's already been trained, so keep that in mind. 10 sounds.
Oh, we got some odds here. Plus 500. Juice goes to Baton Rouge.
Ooh, really? I'll tell you, man. Give me that all day.
You'll take it?
All day. He's going.
All right. Tiger fan says Juice is a chick magnet.
Hey, hardcore.
Okay. Mr. DX, do we have confirmation that's the same dog? That's a great point.
No.
I don't have confirmation on anything.
Any of it.
Okay.
Nope.
I mean, it could be Juice. It could be a dog that looks like him. I wouldn't have any idea.
Fact.
But evidently, we've got a battle between Lane and Real Tree. So game on. Who is going to win the battle for Juice Kiffin? And who operates the Twitter account? Did we ever figure that out? Is that Lane or was that somebody on staff?
Maybe the Realtree guy.
So that Lane doesn't have access to it.
Well, that'd been smart. But it may have actually been the Wild Rose Kennel folks.
I feel like Lane's tweeting even more now that he's the head football coach at LSU.
Yeah.
Gloves
off.
It what?
Gloves are off. They don't care because they don't care what he does.
No.
They don't care.
No.
As long as he win. I mean, win me a couple ball games. I don't care what you do.
Right. No doubt. Okay. Well, I like this debate. I never thought that we would go from John David Baker, who's the new offensive coordinator, which is a very, very average hire at Ole Miss. Now, he's not going to be the offensive coordinator for the college football playoff.
Right.
You've got Charlie Weiss Jr. But I guess as of right now, next Labor Day, John David Baker's going to be Pete Golding's. If Pete Golding's the head, I mean, I'm trying to piece all this together. If this is all going forward, then John David Baker, who's is going to be Pete Golding's offensive coordinator Labor Day weekend. Chad Bumpus is gone out of Mississippi State. We'll see what Jeff Lebby does at the wide receiver position. Great opportunity to upgrade. If you're going to make changes, you have to upgrade. Hopefully Jeff surrounded himself with some people who can really not just, not somebody but somebody who, according to the numbers and the metrics, is a high level, because there's plenty of G5 guys. And God knows you can triple a G5 guy's pay. He'd be making $150 and you can offer him $450 to $500 and they'll walk to the SEC, if not more. Hopefully you find an upgrade at wide receiver. All right. Now, Southern Miss job. Okay. I hope do y'all feel this? I need to know, Southern Miss.
I'll believe in Auburn and love it. War Eagle.
I just got chills. Southern Miss job is open. Blake Anderson's already there. He was the OC under Charles Huff. He is a good football coach. He's a good play caller. He's in the mix. He's the interim right now. Southern Miss will play in the New Orleans Bowl, which I think is awesome. I hope their players will play just like Mississippi State. Anytime you get to play another game in your career, most of you will be done after college, and you don't even get to play that many football games when you pick football as your sport. Hell yes. And in basketball and baseball, you can play another 30 to 50 games in the offseason because you can just do that. You can't do that in football. So I hope Southern Miss has a heck of a turnout. They get to go to New Orleans, which is a great city, and play Western Kentucky. Their job is open. I think there's 3 guys, possibly 4 here. Blake Anderson, who I just mentioned. Hugh Freeze, that's his alma mater. I would not hire Hugh, but if you want to, it'll be great for the show. So selfishly, you can do that. Yep. Third is Derek Nix. I don't know how Derek would be as a head coach, but he's got some unbelievable experience under Houston Nutt, Hugh Freeze, Lane Kiffin, and then Freeze again. We know he's a hell of a recruiter. And he's a good both running back and wide receivers coach. He graded out good at both. And he's a Southern Miss alum. He was a great player at Southern Miss, as was his brother. And so those are the 3. But could Buddy Faulkner, who was the offensive coordinator at Georgia Tech, now he was just hired a few days ago to be the OC at Florida with John Summerall, could Faulkner be in the mix? Jackson Meadows and our listeners. By the way, we love you. Good morning. Merry Christmas. Hope you're doing well. We've got the Tito's bottle sleeves, so several of you are going to have those for the holidays. They look great on your Tito's bottle when you're getting ready to pour a Bloody Mary on a Saturday and put some ribs on the grill and just watch a ton of football. Or later that evening, you want to make a little Tito's White Russian as a little sweet treat after some kind of good food on a Friday or Saturday night. Bo, is the Archie video calling Lane a jerk real? I watched it last night. With AI, I don't ever know what to say now, but it damn sure looks like Archie Manning calling Lane Kiffin a jerk. Y'all tell me if it's real. The Golden Moon Casino text line, 601-885-3776. One of our listeners asked, was this a buddy hire by Golding? I have some thoughts on that on the other side. All right, the text line, 601-885-3776. It's a cold Budweiser and a good burger at Martin's and Livingston Day.
Stand by for audio. Got it.
It's 8 a.m., and you're tuned to Mississippi's #1 choice for non-stop sports. The Out of Bounds Show with Bo Bound. WRKS Pickens Jackson.
All systems go.
Live from the Whiskey 61 Lounge inside the Bank Plus studio.
This is Out of Order.
Live in the studio. It's the Out of Bounds Show with Bo Bound. Streaming live worldwide on the Out of Bounds radio app. And on your radio at ESPN 105.9.
All set? Let's go.
The Zone.
Welcome into the Out of Bounds Show, ESPN 105.9 The Zone. I'm your host, Bo Bounds. Jackson, well, ice cream drinks this time of year. It can't be straight funk. I don't think it can. It's got to be, when we're talking about Tito's White Russians, it's got to be ice cream drinks. All right, we're live in the Bank Plus studio. Good morning. Welcome in. Hope you're doing well. I'm your host, Bo Bounds. Show is brought to you by the amazing steaks and atmosphere, KesslerPrime.com to make a reservation. Kessler Prime in the Renaissance. Just got a text. Bo, I'm laying here listening, laughing about Notre Dame fans. They did throw a fit. They, look, it's fun when you're a blue blood and you haven't had blue blood results since 1988. When Lou Holtz last won your national championship, and God bless, either Ronald, I don't remember exactly when it was in 88, but either Reagan was handing it off to George Bush or something somewhere in there. That's how long it's been. You know the drill, 1988. So Heather Locklear was still gorgeous, and there was a lot going on in the country. You know what? 1988. Why don't y'all pull up the top 5 to 10 movies from 1988? And we'll know, we can pair that up with the last time Notre Dame won a national championship.
All right, I can give you a few other things that were going on around this time.
Okay.
The Seoul Summer Olympics. The ongoing end of the Soviet-Afghan War.
Okay.
The resumption of the NASA space shuttle flights. This was after the Challenger. The shocking Pan Am Flight 103 bomb.
Yeah, I remember all these because I was a kid.
Yep. Bush and Dukakis. I don't know how you said that name.
Okay.
That was the presidential race, was Bush and whoever.
Dukakis.
Dukakis.
Yeah, he got smoked. I think he was a governor from Minnesota or something.
I'm going to go look at
Michael Dukakis. I don't even think he carried Minnesota. No, that may have been Reagan's second term when he smoked Mondale. And then, golly, I thought the Republicans had run some crappy candidates, in McCain and Romney and Dole. But you just made me think that'll make Democrats listening shiver when you think of Mondale and Dukakis. Good hell, they couldn't have. I'm not sure they could have carried New York.
There was one big one.
Okay.
That you'll like.
All right. Oh, go ahead.
It's media related. It was the transition. And 1988 actually was the first year.
Okay.
That CDs outsold vinyl.
Nice. That's when I was buying Lenny Kravitz. I don't know, the Connells. Obviously, Motley Crue, because they're legends. Guns N' Roses, Metallica.
Poison.
But so, okay, go ahead. So CDs outsold vinyl for the first time in 1988.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Go. Is there any other?
I'll just give you the list of the big names at the moment.
Okay.
Or in that moment, Donald Trump was big time. He was coming around. That was his.
That was actually when Oprah liked him.
That's
because
right.
he was going on Oprah's show.
That's right.
Yeah.
When he told you he would run as a Republican eventually. Dolly Parton, Jim Henson, Brad Pitt, George Michael, Andre the Giant. The Wrestler?
Yeah, I remember Andre the Giant.
Bruce Springsteen.
Legendary singer-songwriter.
Prince. Obviously, they were hitting, they were stride. Hold on. Prince,
Unbelievable. What did he play? 7, 8, 9 instruments?
More, I thought.
Yeah, one of the greatest artists of all time. Okay.
Guess what your number one hit was in 1988 was?
Who?
Your boy George Michael.
You wear clothes like George Michael. Did he pass away?
Ooh.
We were watching
Faith.
a concert on Sunday
He did
when I was hanging out with the guys, and it showed he was at the concert while, damn, who was playing? Who was on stage? I cannot believe I can't remember. Anyway, yeah. All right, so there you go. 19, I don't know how the hell laughing at Notre Dame fans. Okay.
Yeah, because that's the last time they were any good.
Yeah, and so the fact that they're upset that they didn't make the college football playoff is phenomenal. And we have some of that athletic director talking about it. Now, they're also threatening, well, I don't know what they're doing. They're mad at the ACC for not promoting them, but they're in the ACC in all their sports except football. And then contractually, I think they play 4 or 5 ACC games a year. But like women's basketball and men's basketball, all that stuff, they do that. The question will be, will they have to join a conference?
When you got NBC money, I mean,
Isn't there an understanding of memorandum with them and the college football
Well,
playoff?
they're written into it, okay?
Yeah.
But the rankings did not go their way.
Yeah.
They lost their first 2 games and then beat 10 teams that were, they lost to A&M and Miami. The problem is they lost head-to-head
Right.
to
Which is-
Miami. And Miami got in and they're playing A&M
Isn't that
in a
criteria?
first-round game. Sure.
I mean,
Sure. So, but Notre Dame's tears are delicious. I'd like to know if there's any Notre Dame fans listening. The Golden Moon Casino text line is 601-885-3776. Twitter X at Bo Bounds. And the Stella Artois caller line is 601-707-3750. What do we have here, William? Bo, I'm going to Kessler Prime Friday for the first time with the
Nice.
wife. What should I order?
Ooh.
Okay. Appetizers, you start with bacon, hot tamales, and fried crab claws. Entree, you go ribeye or rack of lamb. Adult beverages, you go... Obviously, they have Stella because any really good steakhouse has Stella Artois because it's like the ultimate steak and beer combo. But I'd go an Elijah Craig Old Fashioned, not sweet, or a Tito's Espresso Martini, or they've got some really good wines by the glass, like a Syrah or a Red Zen, which will pair up well with some bacon or the ribeye or rack of lamb. How about that? Now, if you want to get into some other things, you can go, kind of a red blend, which would be great with the bacon, ribeye, or rack of lamb combo. So there you go. If you can find a Grenache Syrah on the menu, which I'm confident you can because it's recognized by Wine Spectator, just get a bottle.
There you go.
And if the company's paying for it, get all 3.
Yeah.
Okay. If somebody else is paying for it, make sure you get the drink list and the wine list, and because it's time to party. All right.
So much bacon.
QB1 says you just bankrupted that man with the Kessler Prime order. All right. We are the Out of Bounds Show, ESPN 105.9 The Zone. We've got, oh, goodness.
Mike calling us?
Well, Rebel Elijah's giving us a call.
Nice.
But we're going to have to say no. We're going to have some Notre Dame audio coming up next, and it's going to be incredible. I think it'll change your life. I know it'll change mine. Did Pete Golding reach with the hire of John David Baker? Hell yes, he did. National Lager Day. Shout out to Key City, Mississippi Queen. Key City, Mississippi Queen, straight out of Vicksburg. For some reason, I love saying that. It's so ridiculous. Key City beer out of Vicksburg. It's great beer. It's National Lager Day, Mississippi Queen. Key City, Mississippi Queen. We'll have to have one for lunch at Martin's in Livingston or Taste Italian Kitchen. Boom. Good morning. Welcome in. We are the Out of Bounds Show, ESPN 105.9 The Zone. Jackson, you like to play Jeopardy. Did you see former Jeopardy champ Philip Joseph or Joey DeCina was arrested on 2 felony counts of peeping?
Nice.
So he allegedly installed a camera in someone's bathroom without their knowledge. And he's from Raleigh, North Carolina. And he 42 years old.
Looks like
he walked away with $44,698 over 2 victories in November of 2024. He returned in January for the Champions Wild Card Tournament, but didn't move past the semifinals. So Joey DeCina, he posted $5,000 bond and will appear in court today. How about that?
Hey, it looks like a peeper.
Okay.
Yeah, he does. But he doesn't want one of these problems in Jeopardy. I can tell you that. 2 times, he only won twice.
Is that, you're not impressed?
No.
Okay.
No. I need 5.
Holy Mary Olzab, man. What's gotten into you?
He ain't no good.
Something's going on.
Yeah.
I think the holidays may be overwhelming for you.
A guy named Sliced Bread.
I'm not sure what's going on with you, but you haven't been as jolly as you usually are. So I don't know if there's pressure with this Christmas card.
We're down to 6 days to his birthday. Remember that?
Only Jackson.
I am in birthday mode.
Got to be the only guy I know that mentions his birthday a week before his birthday.
Birthday mode.
So last month when I had mine, Jackson the next day or the next goes, dude, you didn't say anything about it being your birthday. I go, I know.
You're supposed to take off.
No, you're not. Golly.
That's a thing. I just can't believe that's the thing. Like people really put in.
Is it though?
Yes.
I don't.
Oh man.
All right. Should we ask our listeners?
Yeah.
Is it a thing? Do you or do you know people who take their birthday off? Like women will celebrate their birthday for a week, 2 weeks, or a month, or something like that.
Yeah.
Do you know a guy? You're one.
Yeah.
Who celebrate or first of all, who tells people it's his birthday?
Right.
And then the best is when people throw their own birthday party.
Oh,
I just think that is freaking awesome. I do. It's great. So, I'm asking our listeners, male and female, do you know of a male listener who talks about his birthday and then celebrates it for more than a day and could possibly also take off work? You think Nick Saban ever took off work for his birthday?
I don't think he has birthdays. I think he just canceled them.
A buddy of mine just texted me, James. He said, I'm not even sure how old I am.
Yeah, I feel
so good. Oh, God. All right, so the text line is 601-885-3776. Best answers, we'll do what? 5 or 10 of them, Jackson? Because we've got all these Tito's bottle sweaters that you can put on your Tito's bottle in your bar for the holidays or give to a good friend.
It's a season of giving.
All right, that's how you enter. You could win. We just threw out a bunch of different questions that surely to God this cast a wide blanket.
Right.
All right. So do you or do you know someone that a guy that celebrates their birthday for more than one day, tells people about it throughout either the week before leading up, takes off for it, or throws their own damn birthday party, which is actually awesome because you get to go somewhere and drink good juice and also eat good food. Yeah. Because whenever somebody throws 99% of the time when they throw a party for themselves or their wife does or whatever, right? What happens? It's good food and good beverage. And you don't have to pay for it.
Or you're at the wrong place.
601-885-3776. What do we have?
There's some good stuff.
A guy who takes off for his birthday gives himself a Christmas present. Okay. You're always giving yourself.
I mean, it's
yeah, I
Christmas.
mean, because you're all into accessories and all that. I mean, you are exactly what America wants. You eat cereal, sweets, and order every new Apple whatever that comes out.
Yeah, but cereal is great.
So, and your age is kind of where they hit and just crushed it. Airborne Dog. Bo, my wife and I have the same birthday, 2 years apart. So I kind of have to. Got it. Birthday tea time. It's a tradition. Now, there's nothing wrong with the birthday tea time. I mean, you get some buddies, right? And you have a good time.
I'm in on that. I can do that. No, but Greasy's Pro Shop these are the texts. I mean, this is good. My buddy Buns takes off every year for his birthday. I personally don't even acknowledge my birthday, so I find it kind of strange. But he gets super offended if you don't acknowledge it. He quit a job one time because they didn't let him off for his birthday.
Are you serious? Holy Mary
That's incredible.
That is incredible. This guy said,
You gonna show me the money.
You damn right he did. Wow.
Clown acts.
That's what he told his employer. Didn't he?
Clown acts.
Can't you just see him on the phone? You're not letting me off for my birthday? No. All right, I quit.
Dude, I'm out.
Hey, has anybody quit because you didn't get a day off for your birthday? a job. 601-885-3776. We're T-minus 6 days for Jackson Meadows' birthday. So evidently we're going to throw a party. He's going to have to do the show on Tuesday. Then we're going to take him to Taste Italian Kitchen for lunch, and then we're going to take him somewhere amazing for dinner like Kessler or somewhere.
Nice.
Okay? So that's what we're going to do. And we're going to YouTube some of it on our YouTube page, which we're on YouTube right now. Search Out of Bounds Sports.
These are good texts, man.
Are they?
They're so good.
I think Res Dog texted in, did Ole Miss just promote Pete Arnett and hire John David Barbay? Well, it could have happened. John David Baker is a very meh hire as offensive coordinator. So, 87th in red zone. Y'all, please stop throwing me stats that I don't care about.
Yeah, 13.
It's all about offensive scoring efficiency and defensive scoring efficiency. Total yards and first downs, and that's all garbage. None of that. And those of y'all who go to NCAA.org, y'all are the same ones who complain about the NCAA being, they give the worst stats out there. And being an archaic organization. If you go to NCAA.org for any of your stats, then I cannot help you other than we need to maybe drink some beers this afternoon and recalibrate or whatever in the hell
Have you
I'm
ever
looking
typed
for.
that in?
No.
There's not a chance.
Go to NCAA.org to find out what's trending metric I need to measure a coach or a team in college football. Good Lord.
Please, Will's text is just great.
All right, we'll read it, big dog.
I will work 363 days a year, but I will not work my birthday or Jesus' birthday.
Wow.
We will celebrate the two most important people to ever walk the face of the earth.
I love Will. I love it. This is good. I had a former boss. This is Beer Slayer on the text line. I had a former boss who partied the whole month. She made it a party for everyone. I got to know more about this.
Yeah.
When you said she,
yeah,
I got to know more about this. All right. Mick Gillespie will join us, Bama Insider. He's got the #1 Bama tailgating show. Good morning. Welcome in. I'm supposed to drop audio of Notre Dame's athletic director embarrassing himself. So we'll do that in the next segment. We also have Ed Ogeron on recruiting Raekwon Davis. By the way, I'm a fan.
Well, I'm not going to lie, I'm drunk.
Well, it is National Lager Day. Shout out to Budweiser, which is a great beer. That's my go-to at the Briar Patch. Budweiser and that cheeseburger at the Briar Patch is so good. Also, Key City, Mississippi Queen. Do we have that on tap? No, we got Mi Vida, which is a great beer too. Well, that's a Mexican lager, so I can include that. Key City, Mississippi Queen out of Vicksburg, and Key City Mi Vida, both great beers. We're live in the Bank Plus studio, Out of Bounds, ESPN 105.9 The Zone. We'll have Mick Gillespie, Bama Insider, in a few minutes, and that will be fun. What do you got?
Yeah, it's assuming I call him correctly.
Well, that's okay.
Yeah, I mean, I just FaceTime.
You're kind of spaced out the last few days.
I don't know why I just FaceTimed him on accident, so I'm sure he'll FaceTime me back maybe.
Yeah.
But I'll call him on the right phone.
I'm getting some pushback from Ole Miss fans. It's not my fault John David Baker's average as an offensive coordinator. I mean, if that's what you want, great. He may get to Oxford and miraculously turn into, a top 50 OC. But where I'm going with this is you're going from Lane Kiffin, who is exceptional, to John David Baker, who's, you wouldn't have him in the top 70 offensive coordinators in the country. All right. So
where's your threshold there? Like, is it top 50 hire? Is that a good hire? Is it top 25? Is that where you're at? Top 40?
Well, I think somewhere in the top 25 to 40 is a damn good hire.
Oh, yeah. And
then if you get top 10, I mean, you are just cooking.
Right. And to clarify, we're talking, when you're saying like top 10, you're meaning in scoring efficiency. Scoring efficiency.
Yeah, I'm talking about red zone scoring efficiency. Yes, I am. I don't care about total yards and first downs and all this nonsense that people list on Twitter. Speaking of, we're on Twitter at BoBounds, and the Golden Moon Casino text line is 601-885-3776. And we're streaming live on the Out of Bounds radio app. We'll have Mick Gillespie in a few minutes. Bama Insider, #1 tailgate show, among other shows. He does a Chicago Cubs show, which is cool. He's called their AA affiliate games forever, but also has been out to spring training and called their games with the Cubs. So Mick is tied in with Pearl River Resort. He does shows there like I do. And we've got one coming up. And
he got a ring.
Oh, he got a Cubs ring when they won the World Series. And he's friends with Ryan Sandberg, the late, great Ryan Sandberg, which is just amazing. Hey, do you have the Ed Ogeron, Tommy Tuberville deal? Okay. Let me tee this up. Eddie O and Tommy Tuberville coached together at Miami. And Eddie O is doing all these podcasts, and I think he was Bussin' with the Boys or something. And we're taking that clip. I need to give credit. And Eddie O is telling a story about he and Tommy Tuberville having no money as graduate assistants, like in the late 80s, I think, early 90s, or maybe assistants, at the U, at Miami. This is Eddie O.
Me and Tommy Tuberville were graduate assistants together, but we live in a dormitory. So on Wednesday night, we got like travel money. For the GAs, we get $20, okay? So we go get some beer, and at the end, we go to Kentucky Fried Chicken, and we get a 4-piece. That's all we had left, right? Now we're feeling pretty good, obviously. We had a lot of $2 for chicken and $18 for beer, right? We go back to the dorm, and Tommy, if we got a case of beer, I would drink 22, and Tommy would drink 2. This is the way we were, our personality, right? And there was the 4 pieces of chicken. Well, we both liked the white meat, and we must have did that the whole season, 12 games, and I guarantee you, I ate the white meat 12 times. There was a battle for the white meat. Look, think about that, man.
Y'all fighting over white.
All right, so Eddie O, former head football coach at Ole Miss, Southern Cal interim, LSU national championship coach. Can't believe I just said that. And now wants to get back in the game. Is Lane going to hire him, or is someone else, or are people going to pass on him? That was a great story.
It's incredible.
Eddie O and Tommy Tuberville's GAs broke as all get out at the University of Miami. And I don't know if it was Erickson, but I think it was. It may have been Jimmy Johnson, but I think it was Dennis Erickson. And they go out and they spend $18 on beer and $2
That's awesome.
on KFC.
That's awesome.
And Eddie O's bigger than Tommy Tuberville and loved to fight. In fact, he got in trouble down there. Yeah. That's why he kind of had to take a detour to Syracuse and do some other things before Pete Carroll picked him up. And that is fantastic. So they fought over the white meat at KFC.
Hey.
And out of the 24 beers in the case, let's say they got a case of Budweiser or Bud Light. Out of the 24 beers, Eddie O had 22 and Tommy Tuberville had 2. We all know that guy in college that we hung out with that could drink 22 beers, just literally chilling on the couch while everybody's BSing before you went out.
Straight up.
We all know that. Usually they were from the Delta.
Yes.
Or like Morton. Lumberton. Somewhere in between Oxford and Tupelo or Starkville and Tupelo. I don't know. I think Kosciuszko could represent.
I know a few Kosciuszko.
Okay, I think you could find a guy in Kosciuszko that could drill 22 Bud Lights and before you even go out at 21 years old.
Yeah.
Okay.
For sure.
Eddie O. All right, now let's drop some other audio here. We've got Ed Ogeron. Y'all remember Raekwon Davis, the defensive lineman out of Meridian, Mississippi? All right. Eddie O was at LSU, and he recruited him. He went to Bama, but this is a great story. Ed Ogeron on Meridian High School's Raekwon Davis.
Y'all remember Raekwon Davis?
I do not.
Big-time defensive lineman. Love him. I went to the school when I was at LSU as an assistant, and is at Meridian High School, and knew the people out there. And we helped them become eligible. Now, Alabama and the other schools thought he was going to be a junior college player.
Yeah.
So I helped him be eligible. He went to Alabama.
Once he got eligible. That's where that backdoor loving comes. Hey, you bring the bag. Hey, listen, I know Alabama looks good, Crimson Tide looks nice, but how about this right here?
Hey, stuff happens. We got to compete.
All right, so Eddie O helped get him eligible, and he's telling all the war stories, right? I mean, Eddie O is one of the most ferocious, dirtiest recruiters in the history of college football, and that's a hell of a list.
Yeah.
Okay, but now that it's legal, what did he say? You don't have to go in the back door anymore. With the bag, you can go in the front door now. It's legal. You can just walk. You can have a duffel bag.
Yep.
Full of cash. Just pop that puppy right in the living room and say, Mama, we don't even have to run it through the church anymore. We don't even have to clean it. It's just boom. Here you go. I mean, we've taken out some middlemen, some preachers, some handlers. We don't even have to wash it.
No cuts.
Here is $130,000 to get it started, and then we'll pay you $200,000 a year.
Let's go.
Or whatever however the deal is structured. Right. Isn't that great from Eddie O?
Eddie O's, I don't know what's better, the stories or the fact that he's like, you can understand him.
Well, he has slowed down a little bit. I'll never forget interviewing him the first time.
Oh, God.
And actually an Ole Miss fan called. I was at Super Sport 930. I can remember the studio over by Metro Center behind Mazzio's. I can see it right now. We have Ed Ogeron on. It's his first week of being hired as the head football coach at Ole Miss. He had been the D-line coach at Southern Cal. He comes on the show. We do an interview. I wasn't prepared enough because he only gave 1-word, 2-word answer. So I needed like quadruple the questions.
Right.
Literally, we hang up. An Ole Miss listener calls and goes, can you, I can't think, I've said the word a million times.
Interpret.
Yeah, can you interpret that or whatever? That's not the word I'm looking for. But it was so damn funny because Eddie O that first week, I don't know why he was at the Mississippi Sports Hall of Fame, but that's where the first time I met him.
Strutting.
I don't know what he was doing there.
Eddie O definitely celebrates his birthday.
I don't know why he'd be going through there in his first or second week of head coach at Ole Miss. But anyway, I just remember talking to him outside. Can you translate that for me?
Translate.
That's what the Ole Miss listener said. Can you translate that for me?
I feel he strikes me as the type that might even walk around with the money like pinned to the shirt.
Yes.
I think Eddie.
Or without a shirt, and it's pinned to his nipple.
Just straight chest.
Just pinned to his nipple because like Eddie O was, him pinning something to his, but wouldn't have fazed him, especially back in the day.
No.
I mean, that guy would headbutt a cement wall.
Snorting coffee.
Yeah, and among other things.
All right.
We are you want to call Mick?
Yep.
All right, cool. We're going to have Mick Gillespie on, Bama Insider. And some of you are asking the who, what, where, when, and how on the college football playoff. And you can do that, but Bama, baby, is in. And they're playing at Oklahoma. Oklahoma played in Tuscaloosa a few weeks ago and beat Bama. Now, Oklahoma took the game. Bama gave them a lot throughout the afternoon, though, as you know. So, also, Mick Gillespie told me that he's laughing about Notre Dame. Oh, let's drop the Notre Dame. No, that's 2 minutes and 20. We'll drop that later. We'll drop that later. Him complaining. It's good, though. I'll drop that at 9 a.m. The Notre Dame AD whining about not making the college football playoff. Let's welcome in our friend Mick Gillespie. Number one show, Bama Tailgate Show, Chicago Cubs show, and he's a Bama Insider friend. He's also tied into Pearl River Resort. How about that? How about the Notre Dame Fighting Irish, Mick Gillespie?
Yeah, I've been talking about this a lot, being a Bama guy. 2022, very similar season. I think we were the best team in the country. Georgia did not want to play us. We lost to Tennessee at Tennessee in one of the games that basically made me cheer when the FBI started busting all these sports cheats, in the NBA and some of these other leagues, because the officiating was so bad. I thought, well, there's no way they could be this bad on accident. I mean, and you lose on a last-second field goal. We lose to LSU on a 2-point conversion at the end of the game, or an overtime, I think it was. And we get left out. And it sucked. They did the same thing. They didn't move the team ahead of us. We were 5, they were 4. I think the difference is that the committee this year had Notre Dame too high, but I think they do this for reaction anyway. I think they do that for reaction. But anyway, the team that we needed to lose lost, and they didn't punish them. It was TCU, right? And they took a colossal beating. And then last year we were in a spot where we were clearly better than SMU. We played a tougher schedule. We had better wins. They lose, and we're in. Notre Dame, the funny part about it is Notre Dame played a weak schedule like always, because they make their own schedule. And then they lose to the team that they're tied with. But somewhere in their heads, they thought that they deserved to be in, so much so that they have just added to this era of college football, which makes us all sick, right? So now we got NIL, we got the transfer portal, right? Players running the show. Now when you don't get what you want when it comes to the bowl games and the bowl selection process, you just pack up and go home. Yeah. Go quiet home. Don't play football no more. It's honestly, it's where we are as a society. Notre Dame just added to it. It's pretty ridiculous.
God, I love this. I love this Notre Dame hate from you. Mick Gillespie has the number one show over in the state of Alabama. He joins us on the Farm Bureau Insurance guest line. Notre Dame's AD has been parading around complaining about them not getting in, and they declined the bowl game. And in football, when you don't play that many games, I think, man, if you can get enough players, you need to play.
Well, that's what you're supposed to be doing. I mean, Bo, that's why they're there, right, to play football. They're just tired from the championship game they played in.
Oh, wait.
Oh, that's right. They don't play in the conference.
Oh, gosh. All right,
somebody chimed in on the Bama Tailgate YouTube channel. Chris Lowe and I did a show yesterday, and we were talking about this, and I was talking about how the SEC's tough, and I said Auburn, Mississippi State, Arkansas, Kentucky. I said those are tough teams. I mean, maybe you add them in there, and they got dudes, and that's what Caleb Downs said after he transferred to Ohio State. You get a lot of weeks off there. You don't get those in the SEC. And some Notre Dame fan goes, well, we beat Arkansas 52 to whatever, and it's like, yeah, but you also lost to Texas A&M. So I'm not saying you won't have big games, and I'm not saying Notre Dame's a bad team. I'll be honest with you. might shock some people. Notre Dame could have won the national championship this year. They're that good, and the shame of it is that they would have been favored against most of the field, including Alabama. It would have taken a great effort to beat them. They got it all put together, but the problem is they didn't qualify because they played Boston College and Navy, and so if they would have played a real schedule, I think they could have probably because the committee doesn't want to deal with Notre Dame. They want to put them in, but they didn't have a choice, because of that schedule they played.
Sure. He is Mick Gillespie, Bama Tailgate Show. He joins us on ESPN 105.9 The Zone. All right, are Bama fans ready to fire Kalen DeBoer?
No, nobody's firing Kalen DeBoer. Look, we were wondering why kind of faded down the stretch. Mm-hmm. And what Chris Lowe told me yesterday was that since the South Carolina game, Ty Simpson's been dealing with a pretty significant injury. And you look at the stats, it backs it up. He had 21 touchdowns and an interception. After that, 5 touchdowns, 4 interceptions. You can tell he doesn't want to run the ball. He's not moving great. Bama's been without 3 of their top running backs. Their best player, Jeremy Bernard's been playing hurt. Parker Brailsford, their center's been in and out. He's also a guy that's going to go probably in the first or second round of the NFL draft. They've just been hurt, man. And they've had some guys out on defense. People really like Kalen, but we were kind of wondering what's going on here. And then when they played Georgia, I think it was pretty obvious that the effort was there, but the team's just really, really banged up. And that's why, back to Notre Dame, I mean, that's why I think Alabama ought to the SEC be an independent so that they can basically come up with their own schedule and they don't have to play a tough game each week because then you look like we did against Georgia.
Right. Okay. So Oklahoma beat you a few weeks ago. Alabama goes to Oklahoma in the playoff game on Friday night. And do you expect Tyler Simpson to be healthy by then?
No, I don't. I don't think he's going to be healthy the rest of the way. I think he'll be playing hurt like he's been doing.
Okay. You do a show with Jake Coker. What did you and Jake, what were the takeaways? Like, was it a heated show? Were y'all upset? I mean, how'd it go coming out of the SEC championship game and the way Georgia dominated?
Very different shows between the Florida State show at the beginning of the year and the SEC championship game, post-game show. And Oklahoma, too, Bama didn't play with effort against Florida State, and that's unacceptable at Alabama. I mean, part of our identity is effort, playing with enthusiasm, playing with toughness, discipline, all these things that have made Alabama the top program in college football for years. We didn't do that against Florida State. That's not our identity. We got it figured out. Lost to Oklahoma in a game that we dominated statistically, made some mistakes. And then, like I said, we had so many players out. It's really hard to sit there and criticize a team because the effort was there. Like they blocked a punt on us, and it's because we had a guy out that's over there that's his job to call when one side has more guys rushing than normal. The backup didn't do it. That led to 7. Ty threw an interception that led to 7, and from that point on, we just didn't have the firepower to get back in it against Georgia. But I thought the effort was good.
Okay, who do you like to win it all?
Look, Ohio State's going to win it all unless somebody beats them. I don't know that's going to happen, and the reason why is that they have a bunch of NFL guys. Man, you look at their first, second round selection. That are going to leave that team. They're that team.
Okay.
It's from being at Bama. I mean, we've got all these championships. You could tell at the beginning of the playoff, of these championship games who's going to win because of the talent pool. Ohio State's got more talent than everybody else. They went out and bought it a couple years ago. I'm not saying that they can't be beaten. I mean, look, Indiana beat them, but that game meant a lot more to Indiana than it did than it did Ohio State. So I think Ohio State's the team to beat. Georgia, like us, is pretty banged up. Depends.
Yeah, but Georgia gets to they don't play again till January 1st. So
I hope for their sake, I mean that ought to help them out some. But I don't know if I'm with Vegas. I mean, I got Ohio State as the team that I think they're going to be really tough to beat, especially twice. Hearing they lost that game in the end. I think they'll be pretty focused.
Okay, what about what was your? I got a couple of minutes here. Mick Gillespie, Bama Tailgate Show.
Wait, hold on, Bo. I'm sorry. Tulane's going to win it all. No. Wait. It's James Madison.
It's ridiculous.
Going to make a run. Yeah, what are they doing there?
I don't know.
Sorry,
I've said this. G5 teams should not be in the college football playoff, and James Madison and Tulane should not be in this playoff. It's ridiculous.
We found a way to get two of them in.
I know.
No wonder Notre Dame's pissed. They ought to be pissed about that.
Right. No, I get Notre Dame.
21-point underdog.
I get them being upset over James Madison, Tulane, like Notre Dame, BYU, and Vanderbilt. I get that 100%. Okay. But this is where we are. The fact that they've structured this way is so incompetent and archaic and whatever. We thought we were going to get away from this. Nobody's interested in watching James Madison or Tulane in the college football playoff. All right, I got 1 minute. Do you want to weigh in on Lane to Baton Rouge?
Yeah, I mean, this is terrible for Ole Miss because now they've got Pete Golding as their head coach. That's my thoughts.
Okay, we'll leave it there. And Mick Gillespie, I look forward to having a beverage and like a po' boy or a cheeseburger at the Floribama soon. All right.
Hey, let's do it. Yeah, I was there for their Christmas party last week. I finally got over the hangover yesterday. So it was fun.
I love it. All right, buddy. Merry Christmas. We'll talk soon, okay?
Hey, Merry Christmas, you and Jackson, our man Matt, anybody listening, Ben Ingram and his crew. Roll Tide, Mississippi.
All right, bud. Mick Gillespie, Bama Tailgate Show. It's the number one post-game show in the state of Alabama, and he's awesome. Brought to you by Pearl River Resort and the Golden Moon Casino Vegas-style sportsbook, the table games, the great food at Philip M's and Mama M's. Book your conference there right now, pearlriverresort.com. You've got golf, sportsbook, table games, great food, things for people to do. pearlriverresort.com. Call the number, ask for Kim. She will book your next conference for your association or business. Mick Gillespie, Bama Tailgate Show. On the Out of Bounds Show, ESPN 105.9 The Zone. On a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the best, the John David Baker offensive coordinator hire at Ole Miss is a 5.
WRKS Pickens Jackson.
All systems go.
Live from the Whiskey 61 Lounge inside the Bank Plus studio.
This is Out of Order.
Live in the studio. It's the Out of Bounds Show with Lowbounds. Streaming live worldwide on the Out of Bounds radio app. And on your radio at ESPN 105.9. All set? Let's go. The Zone.
All right, good morning. Welcome into the Out of Bounds Show, ESPN 105.9 The Zone. We are live in the Bank Plus studio, trying to do a couple of different things here. Do you have the Notre Dame AD audio? This is going to be good. Well, it may put people to sleep. We'll pull it after a while. But I said his name right earlier, but I can't remember it now. Bevacqua? Bevacqua. That's Bevacqua. All right. So he's the Notre Dame AD. We are the Out of Bounds Show. We're brought to you by Pathway Healthcare. They have 3 locations in Mississippi, Jackson, Laurel, and Columbus. Pathway Healthcare, Jackson, Laurel, and Columbus. Pathway Healthcare delivers real medical treatment for addiction and mental health, not lectures. Call them today, 844-PATHWAY. And they offer virtual services, which helps employer groups and workers' comp patients, and take all insurances within the state of Mississippi at Pathway Healthcare. Patients can get in within 24 to 48 hours. Pathway Healthcare has 3 locations, Jackson, Laurel, and Columbus. The Golden Moon Casino text line is 601-885-3776. Twitter X at Bo Bounds. Notre Dame was left out of the college football playoff. This is their athletic director.
No secret. We were shocked, I would say mystified by what happened on Sunday. And just, where my head and heart go, and I know Marcus feels the same way, you just feel for those student athletes on our football team. As I said yesterday, as I said on Sunday, we felt we did everything we could over the course of the season. We lost our first 2 games. We're not hiding from that. We lost against a really good Miami team. We lost a nail-biter against Texas A&M, 2 great teams by a total of 4 points. And then we did everything we needed to do. We had one of the most dominant 10 games runs in the history of college football. And on top of that, we felt that the CFP committee, the ranking committee, felt the same way. You go back to that first ranking where we were 6-2 and Miami was 6-2, and they had already beaten us. And we were 10th and they were 18th. And the only thing that happened from that point forward is we both went on these amazing runs. And through no fault of our own, we wake up and find out that, we're the odd man out. We're on the outside looking in. And it's just, as I've said, all the credit in the world to the other teams that are in. They are 12 terrific teams that have won conference championships. Miami, I think the world of the program, I think it's one of the great universities in this country. Dan Radakovich is a good friend. Miami deserves to be in the CFP. Of course they do. And Alabama does as well. And you could make that argument for Texas and Vanderbilt. And you could go right on down the list. But, we were just led to believe all season long, if we took care of business, we were going to be in. And then to have that shock, that surprise on Sunday in that room with those kids who have given everything that they have since August to put themselves in that position. To be told week in and week out that you're in that position, provided you win. And we certainly won when you think about these last 10 weeks. And it just boggles my mind that when we got off that plane that Sunday morning in snowy South Bend after the Stanford game, that was it.
Stanford. That was fantastic. So let's go over Notre Dame's schedule as they whine about not. Look, should they be in over James Madison and Tulane? Yes. Okay. But also, let's think about this. They started off 0-2, and then they beat Purdue, Arkansas, Boise State, NC State, Southern Cal, Boston College, Navy, Pitt, Syracuse, and Stanford.
Yeah, most dominant.
Yeah.
Most dominant.
So how about that?
That is incredible.
That's Murs Road right there.
I mean, what do they watch? Like, what does he see? Because I'd love to see what he sees.
Well, look, he's doing what an AD does.
Oh, no, that's
it's
good.
just it's just fun.
He's spinning.
Yeah. And what I think is going to be, are they going to do this? Will the new model be just Power 4 teams? Will the new model at some point be just Power 4 teams where you would have Notre Dame and BYU in or Notre Dame and Vanderbilt in? And that way you would have better matchups. Nobody's getting excited about James Madison at Oregon. They're not.
Oregon's not.
Nope. Oregon's not. Ole Miss is hosting a monster playoff game here, and they're not as excited as they would be if they were hosting Vanderbilt or Notre Dame or BYU.
I mean,
those three teams. That's got more sizzle. James Madison and Tulane. Hopefully people can separate this. I'm not taking anything away from what they accomplished, what their coaching staff did, what their players did for months and months in the offseason, and then the gauntlet that they had to go through, because every level of football is physical.
Yeah.
Every level. Sure. But that's not compelling. It's not interesting. No. James Madison at Oregon and Tulane at Ole Miss has no sizzle. None. Or it's like getting a steak at Waffle House at 3 a.m.
Oh.
So that's what you're looking at.
Ain't that bad.
All right? And Notre Dame at Ole Miss, sizzle. Vanderbilt at Oregon, sizzle. But this...
We're getting robbed.
Does not.
We got robbed.
And that's two of the games.
Yeah, no.
That's too many of the games. That's why I've said over and over again, G5, Final Four. That's it. Final Four. Southern, whoever, let's just throw it out. 1 year, all these teams do well. Southern Miss, James Madison, Coastal Carolina, and Tulane. Okay, we got something. South Florida, Coastal Carolina, Tulane, and North Texas. Okay, people would bet on it. And you take people straight into a semifinal game.
Right.
So even if it's background music over the holidays, people are interested because they're like, this is what we do at Christmas parties. Oh, whoever went, you may not have watched South Florida or Coastal Carolina all year, but you're watching that game going, that's a semifinal game. Whoever wins has the chance to win a national championship. And whether you're talking about district championships, state championships, or whatever, that gets people's attention. Oh, this leads to a championship game.
There's a ring.
That's right. The Key City beer. It's National Lager Day. Key City has Mississippi Queen and Mi Vida. So celebrate with the Key City Lager. Key City, baby. Right out of Vicksburg. Delicious, super high quality beer. And they've got a bar and restaurant over there in Vicksburg that's amazing. It is fantastic. Beautiful, beautiful bar. And their place reminds me of George Street. And they've got this outside area. They got a rooftop bar. So if you're over there, check it out. Key City Brewery / bar and restaurant. But their Rockstar beers, Mississippi Queen, Curse, and Mi Vida. Key City out of Vicksburg. And the phone number is 601-707-3750. All right. Good morning. Welcome into the Out of Bounds Show, ESPN 105.9 The Zone.
Hot garbage.
Leaving Vanderbilt out.
Hot garbage.
Not cool. Not cool at all. We have 2 G5 teams in the college football playoff. Makes zero sense to me. And I don't understand it.
He's like a bad drinking game. It just won't end.
Yeah, that's what happens when you get a bunch of administrators and bureaucrats together that can't figure out the college football playoff. So we have 2 G5 teams. Nobody's interested in that. However, they're in. They need their own Final Four. Hopefully, what is it, the next iteration or the next one is just straight P4 teams, Power 4 teams. People aren't going to be watching James Madison at Oregon. Not for long. I mean, they may sit down for a quarter and then they're going to move on. Usually you'll be at a Christmas get-together right around that time, and people will go to something else. Plus, the NFL is on that day, too. Is that right? On December 20th? Interesting. We're live in the Bank Plus studio, Out of Bounds, ESPN 105.9 The Zone. I want to talk Zach Arnett real quick. So we mentioned Ole Miss, college football playoff. That's huge. Charles Huff takes the Memphis job. Huff did a good job at Southern Miss. You'd love for him to stay one more year, but that's where we are, so you don't blame him. He's trying to better his career and get a better job, and so on. Memphis has a bigger budget. Will Hall was just hired as the head football coach for the Tulane Green Wave. Great opportunity for Will. But let's go back to Arnett. Is it a good hire by Jeff Lebby? Yes. Is it a major, major upgrade? Yes, it is. Has Arnett already done it in the league and had some success? Yes. Am I telling you that he's